We're going to make a Portuguese bean soup that actually helps us lose weight.
That's correct, Andy.
How can that be?
Well, we're going to revamp the local favorite, Portuguese bean soup, correct? Typically, Portuguese bean soup is very, very high in saturated fat. That's because of the Portuguese sausage, right?
So how do you do that with?
Well, we're gonna reduce the amount of Portuguese sausage that we use and increase a leaner meat, lean turkey or lean turkey ham, whichever you prefer. It's 97% fat-free, so we're still going to add a little bit of that Portuguese sausage flavor, but we're going to reduce it drastically.
So what do we do first?
Well, we're going to first talk about the type of fat just a little bit more. The Portuguese sausage is very high in saturated fat, again, which clogs our arteries, leads to heart disease. But fat is also 2 times the amount of calories as carbohydrates or protein. So if we're consuming large amounts of fat, whether it's healthy or bad fat, it's still going to increase our waistline. We've got about 2 cups of beans here along with the liquid. We're just going to dump that right in. We're going to go ahead and add some potatoes.
Some potatoes? That's quite a bit of potatoes.
We've actually got about 3 cups of potatoes here. So we're going to add those potatoes in there. All right, now let's get to our vegetables. Remember we talked about increasing the variety in vegetables?
And colors?
And colors, yeah, because the colors each have their own antioxidant or phytochemical.
And white has every color in it.
Very good. So we've got some orange here, carrots, which are high in beta-carotene. And we've got some onions, adding a little flavor. All right, now cabbage. This is just a small head of cabbage chopped.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Instead of putting in a pound of Portuguese sausage, we're just going to put in like a half a cup. Okay, so then we've got about a cup of lean turkey ham here. This has much less saturated fat in it.
You like this lean turkey ham?
I do. Now we just want to cover this soup mix a little bit so that we have enough fluid in there. Right now it's pretty dense.
I'm covering it.
It's more like a stew. So why don't you go ahead and pour some water in there until we get those vegetables covered.
Some is how much? All of this?
Doesn't matter. Just put it in there until it covers the top of the vegetables.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
It doesn't have to be an exact science. So while you're doing that, we're also going to add 1 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. Tomatoes are high in lycopene, good for our hearts. So let's dump that in there. And then also 1/2 cup of ketchup. So we've got those vegetables covered. Now we want to put a little spice in there, right? Add some flavor. Spices are important because many of them have lots of antioxidants, which are proven tumor suppressors. We're going to be using salt substitute instead of regular salt. For those of you who have high blood pressure, or you want to prevent high blood pressure, you can always use the salt substitute. I've already taken several different ingredients and made our soup spice. So we've we've used some anise seed, some cinnamon sticks, also black peppercorns and whole allspice. It comes in cloves like this. You just put it in a coffee grinder, grind it up. If you've got a lot going on during the week and you're too tired to cook dinner when you get home, this is something you could make on Sunday and keep in the refrigerator for the remainder of the week, or freeze some of it for later on. We will go ahead and put that on high. We're going to just bring it to a slow boil.
Slow boil?
To begin. Then after that occurs, we're going to reduce the heat and let it simmer for an hour so all those flavors congregate. And that's it. That is how you make
Portuguese bean soup that helps you lose weight.
Andy's lean Portuguese bean soup.